In this tutorial, we will cover some of the filters you can use to get better results when using the Quick Search tab on the library's homepage. I've already put in my search terms and am seeing my results page. Now, we covered a few filters in our How to Search for Articles video, but let's review them quickly. The limit to peer-reviewed journals is a useful and popular filter because a lot of instructors want you to use peer-reviewed journal articles as sources for original research. Another filter that's useful in this top section is available online, which will limit your search to articles, ebooks, streaming media, and other completely electronic sources. It's very handy if you aren't able to come to campus to pick up physical materials or you need immediate access. The other filter covered in that initial tutorial is publication date. You can select a range of years in which you want articles or sources to have been published, which again is very useful for fields of study where you want to know the latest research on a topic, say health sciences. It's also useful if you're trying to find sources from a particular historical era as well. One thing to note about this particular filter is that the dates include the entire calendar year, January through December. If you want to get more specific by month and day, you'll need to use an advanced search option, which we have a tutorial on. Another thing to note about all the filters is that they are dynamic, meaning that what filters you see change based on your search terms, as well as what other filters are selected. But let's take a look at some of these other filters that can be helpful in paring down results. Content type will limit your search to specific ways information is published. Each result should have a content type kind of listed next to it. And actually the top 3 content types that come back in the search are listed automatically, but if you click Show More, you'll be able to see additional types. Some of these labels are more descriptive than others, so dissertations are what graduate students write to earn their master's or PhD. Reference entries are going to come back from encyclopedias, dictionaries, handbooks that should provide background information or overview information on your topic, and data sets should be raw statistical information in charts and tables. Some types are less descriptive though, so web resources and text resources. These are typically transcripts of radio and television news sources, but we've also seen online news sources like blogs come back in them as well. To limit to just one content type, we could click on it and that will kind of automatically apply the filter, but we can also select a number of them at a time. So for example, if I want articles typically coming back from journals, but I also want newsletter articles coming typically from professional organizations, I can do that. I can also exclude types of content types here as well. So for example, if I'm seeing a lot of reviews that are being also published in academic journals, so things like book reviews or reviews of a particular database, I can actually exclude them right off the bat here. And then when I click Apply Filters, those will show up at the top of the screen as my active filters. And then I can change which are active by removing them up here. I can reset them entirely, or I can remember all filters. Remembering my filters is really nice and useful if I'm going to go ahead and edit my search in any way, because if I rerun my search without remembering the filters, all of my filters will go away and I'll have to reset them. Another filter that we have listed down here is the subject. This is probably the most dynamic filter that we see, but it can be used to limit to a particular field of study like life sciences and biomedicine, or things like science and technology, things like that. You'll also be able to include synonyms or additional terms related to your search. It does a pretty good job of this, but the subjects that are kind of coming up more in more results will kind of edge up towards the top here. And then you can actually see what subjects are given to a particular article if you look at the article's kind of page down in the details section. Now, not all articles or results will come back with this large of a list. Some of them might not even have them at all, but this is where the subjects filter is kind of pulling these results from. Okay, so let's take a couple of subjects that are related to vaping and e-cigarettes here. We're going to do that one and this one, and there's another one. No? Okay. and then apply, oh, there it is, and then apply filters. Okay, and then you'll notice those active filters have been added to you again. And if we actually look at the subject filters, we'll see how dynamic it is, because again, we've seen some changes in what's kind of being coming to the very top. The publication title filter will limit our results to articles coming from a specific journal, like addiction. Depending on the other filters you have, you might see a database name or even a book title if you kind of limit to your content type to book chapters. But if you are kind of interested in what's coming back from a particular journal, this is one way to do it. Maybe not the best, but it is a way. The other filter at the very bottom of the page here is language. So this can be really useful if you are looking for, say, a copy of Victor Hugo's Les Miserables in the original French. You can do that certainly. Or if your search is bringing back a lot of non-English results, you can specify that you really only want English sources as well. Using search terms on a results list in combination with adding additional search terms will help you bring back better results, more targeted results to what you want to do. And this works not only through the library search box, but also when you're searching in a subject-specific database like CINAHL, ERIC, or JSTOR. If you have any questions or need help searching the library resources, please ask a librarian. Thank you for watching.